Hi dolls, and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone way too long. If you guys have watched my last videos where I gave you guys an update on what's been going on with me with my health and stuff, if you're new, you're not aware, I will link it somewhere so you guys can watch it. It's just been a really crazy time. My kids were off for school for summer, which I typically don't record during that time. I try to pre-record videos so there's some stuff up, but with everything going on, I just wasn't able to. So this is my first video in a while, and I have missed doing it. I am so glad that I was able to get on here and do this. Today I'm going to be using a video Today I am going to be doing a video on mostly products I have not used before. I did take them all out of the packaging because usually it takes me 5 hours to be able to open them, and I already knew this video was going to be super long. I created this look right here. I really love it. I kind of feel like it has a bit of a fall vibe to it, and yeah, so if you guys want to see how I created this look and the products that I got to try for the first time, please stick around. Okay, so I already washed my face and I put moisturizer on it, so I'm just going to prime. I am going to use primers that I always use, that I know that works really well because I am using a foundation that I've never used. So I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. It'll focus. And then after, I'm going to go in with my No Problem Primer by Touch and Soul. And we're just going to use those two. Let that dry for a second before I get into doing the primer. I just do one. I don't like to do too many because this is like a... And once I've had an opportunity to set my face, I'll just do a couple dots here, here. And then I'll just... So I'm going to give this time to sit. And while I do that, I forgot to get a primer. We're going to use... Well, this sets, we're going to do the eyes. I'm going to use the Anastasia Eye Primer. To do my lids, and my fingers are a little... Okay, so just take that and use my mirror here and put it on my lids and just rub that in. I always like to go with a primer for my eyes because it'll last. It helps the eyeshadow last longer and stay put. Now, some people don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't need to use it. It's your preference, but this is just how I like to do it. Okay. We're going to go in with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. The packaging on this is beautiful. I don't know. See all the pictures? It carries on from the front to the back. And we're going to do just something simple and easy just to try this out and have some fun with it. So we're going to go in with a fluffy brush here, E23, it's a Morphe one. And I'm going to go in with Riff, which is just this kind of like a brownish, just to kind of set and do. It'll allow me to set the primer as well as it's just going to become like my transition shade. I'm just going to take that up into the crease and lightly dust the rest of it down. Okay, so now that I did that, I just went in on both eyes. Make sure to blend out good because that's the key. You don't want any harsh lines. I think we're going to go with Baja. It's this really pretty like coming off orangish on here, but it's not really orangey. Well, maybe it's got a hint of it, but we're gonna go with this. And I'm gonna go in with a E28. They're all Morphe. I'm gonna help if I don't drop it. I'm gonna tap that in there and tap off the excess. And we're just gonna go on the outer in the crease some and focus it on the outer. And just keep blending. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with the E23, and I'm gonna go back in with the Rift, that brown that we first started off with, and I'm just gonna go over the center and above where it landed the other color, just to kind of make sure they all blend nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the E30. I wasn't gonna do shimmer, but I think just a little will be nice. So we're gonna go in to lighten this up a little bit. I think we're gonna go in with either stranded, maybe this one or this one. We're gonna do this one. And we're just gonna go only on work from the inner to the middle, and we'll see how this works. Tap off the excess. I need a different brush. We're gonna go in with the the M124, just a flat brush, and see if that'll pick up better, because that one's too fluffy. This is not did not lighten up the way I want, but that's okay, we'll just go over it. I'll just work it in up to the crease. We're not going in. Okay, so since it didn't lighten it up as much as I wanted, and I'm just going to go ahead and try that other color here, this lighter one, and I'm going to go ahead and try to use my fingers. I got nails, so the brush works okay, but I feel like it's not going to give me the same color that using your fingers is going to give it more pigmentation. It's going to really bring out the color that you want. Or you could wet the brush with like a Fix Plus or any form of any setting spray you have. Way better. And then after, I'm just going to take a brush and kind of blend them through. And then I'm going to take the E28, the one that has the darker from the outer, and I'm just going to take what's left on them and just try to connect them so that it doesn't have any harshness on it. And then take the E23 and just go over the top with. If you feel like you need to add more product, now's time to do so. It's just to the way you like it, the way you want it. If you feel like you lost some of your pigmentation while you were doing this from what it looked like, go in and add more. There you go. So we're going to leave it. Later we'll probably go through and I'll put a little bit of color on the bottom. But for now, we're going to go through and we're going to work on the face. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, there was a little bit of fall off, so I just like wiped that off screen. But now we're going to go with the It Cosmetic. It's It's Skin But Better CC Plus Oil Free Matte Poreless Finish Full Coverage Cream. I got this in the color tan. I don't know how well it's going to work on me. I've got this in a while. I'm starting to think that I probably should have ordered it offline. Notice online they have neutral tan, and that's probably going to be closer to my shade, but this seemed to work pretty good when I bought it. I'm going to go in with a brush and a sponge. I typically like to do this with all my foundations. I like to use the brush just to kind of like blend it all out, and then use the sponge to get rid of any lines. And I just realized that I pretty much looked that way the whole time in my viewfinder. So let's do 2 pumps. I'm going with 2 pumps, and we're going to dot this all over the face and blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to go with the JH03, and that's part of the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. And we're just going to blend it out. I mean, more than 2 pumps, maybe the brush, but we're going to go ahead and do another 2 pumps and see how this works. So, I mean, I don't know. It says it's a full coverage, but I also have to remember this is technically a CC cream, but they say you're supposed to get like still full coverage. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Morphe sponge and just use the bottom side and just pat it all out and make sure that there's no lines from the brush and it's all blended in. So now that that's all blended in, I love Morphe sponges, but this is very, very hard. It's a brand new one. Usually they're not this hard. They're super soft. I love them even better than the Beauty Blender one, but this is hard, yo. I don't even know like if they changed their formula or what, but this one was really hard. I felt like I could hear it hitting my face. I don't know if you can hear this. That's how hard it is. I don't know. We'll see. If anybody knows if they've changed it or if they've noticed a change in Morphe's stuff for their sponges, please let me know. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go in with a concealer. I have, let me put my hair down. I have the e.l.f. ones, the new e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I've heard a lot of good things about this. We're going to go in with Tan Sand. I know that the stores didn't carry very many colors, and I feel like now Walmart has a lot of them. So if I end up loving this, I'm probably going to end up having to go get a different color. I feel like these two are very similar, and these were the darkest shades that I could get in store, and I think Tan Sand, if I remember right, was the darkest. So we're going to go in. I heard that they, this might work. I heard that, I saw on the website that they, well, not the website, on their Instagram, that it does oxidize, so we'll see. We're just going to do under the eyes. This, the applicator though is nice and big, like tart shape tape. We'll do the chin. Here, here, and on the forehead. I'm just going to get a little, kind of just to help lighten up the face. After I do this, if I feel like it is a little too dark, which, you know what, we're going to add just a little bit of the medium beige, which looks like it might be darker. So we're going to take the same sponge and we're just going to blend it all out. Hopefully I don't have to go grab a different one. I'm just going to blend it in. Cover these dark circles from not getting a whole lot of sleep. Okay, so I had to go get my Beauty Blender. This guy right here is so hard. It's just really hard to blend out the concealer, and I'm not giving the concealer a fair chance with a beauty blender that's that hard and it's just difficult to blend out. So we're going to go with this and just blend away and see how well it works. Well, and I think, well, luckily this stuff doesn't, it dries, but it doesn't appear to be drying very quick. I decided to finish blending it out off camera since it was really drying. I'm going to go back in with medium beige just to add a little, to go underneath just a little bit, since it was so dark and I feel like it was so hard to blend out, and I feel like that sponge kind of took some stuff. So I'm just going to put a little bit, well, it's not exactly a little bit, but we're going to go with it. I'm just going to blend it out. Let's see. I'm going to use my Hourglass setting powder. I love this stuff. It's still my all-time favorite, and I want to make sure that whatever I'm setting on my eyes to try this concealer works. So we're going to go in with the JHD7, which is the Jaclyn Hill. So I'm just going to take that, I'm just going to dip it, go from the outer to the inner, and then to set underneath. And I'm going to actually dust this off so it won't be that big of a deal. We're going to go in with the Morphe E3, and we're just going to dust the extra off. I'm not trying to bake, and I did get a little bit underneath on my eyeshadow, but that's okay because I'll just go with the this Tarte powdered brush. I'm just going to dip it into the same powder and tap off the excess. I don't want a whole bunch of powder, and I'm just going to take and dab this all over. Now that that's done, we're going to go in with, I'm going to do my brows real quick, but we're going to do them off. I'm just going to use my Dior Show Brow Styler in the color dark brown, and I'm just going to do these off. Okay. But that is done. We are going to go in with, we're going to go ahead and go in with finishing the eyes up. We're going to put some mascara on. We're going to use the Lancome Drama for the upper, and then I'm just going to use different one for the bottom. But that one won't happen until after we finish up the eyes. But I like to put my lashes on these. It also helps me before I do the bottom, because it helps me figure out exactly how much I want to do to the bottom. I've never used this mascara. With this mascara, I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Ardell Fox Mix 817s. Ooh, ow! The 817s. Never used these before, so we're gonna go from no lashes to lashes. Yo, it's been a hot minute since I put lashes on. It took me a minute to get these on. They are gorgeous though. Make sure you press up against them to kind of give them an uplifted look so they're not straight forward. I'm going to go into the two colors that I did already for my transition and the outer V, and I'm going to use a E11. And we're just going to dip into the light brown first, and we're going to do that on the inner. Right up against the waterline. We're going to take that to pretty much the whole, almost the whole side. And then we're going to take the same brush and dip into the other one. And we're just going to take it to the outer connecting it to the other that we did. And then we'll just clean that off. And I'm going to take that light brown again, and I'm just going to blend the two together a little. The light brown to dye it down just a little bit so we don't have a huge pop of color underneath our eyewear. It's one to really different shade. And then I'm just going to take, oh, it looks like I dirtied that one. We're just going to take this M321, and I'm just, it's like a little bullet. I'm just going to buff out the line so it's not so harsh. Just like that. I'm going to do the Benefit Roller Lash for my lower. Get a nice little coat on that. I'm going to do the bronzer, and I'm going to use my Tom Ford, the Ultimate Bronzer in 03 Bronze Age. This packaging is gorgeous. I've never used it. I have swatched it, but that is it. And I'm going to go in with my, another Jaclyn Hill and Morphe JH02. I'm just pulling out, this was packed, that I had packed for my trip. So I'm just pulling this stuff out and using it since I didn't use it. And this is all brushes that I love anyways. I've used them previously. Oh, this may be too light for me. It doesn't. Okay. Let's start at the forehead. Okay, I did that. I don't know how I feel about this bronzer. Like I said, I've never used it before, but I do kind of feel like, I don't know if it really gave me the bronze look I'm looking for, but we're going to go with it. I do have another one that I haven't tried yet, but I really don't want to just, I think I'm going to go for it and just see how it looks in neutral lighting, because I don't think my face looks bad. Okay, so next we're going to go in with blush, and I think we're going to go in with, I'm going to go in with these. I have the MAC Crisp White or the Revolution Makeup Matte Blush in Nude. I think we're going to try, I feel like my eyes though, maybe we'll try this one. We're going to go with the MAC. It's kind of a peachy-ish color. And we're going to go with my Tom Ford blush brush. It's in number 90 or 06. 90 or 06, depending on how you hold it. And we're going to go in with it. Oh. First of all, I love this brush. I've never used it. I bought it at this place where they do like discounted makeup, and I got this brush for like so cheap. I would never buy Tom Ford full price for any of it, and that's what this is too. I'm just going to use my stippling brush to kind of like blend it all out. I like this blush. It's very subtle. You can't really see it a whole lot on camera, but in person, it's a very, very light flushed color, and I love it. So that's definitely well kept. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with highlighter, and this is the Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. It's 01 Heat, and it looks like this. I bought this a little while ago, and I have not used it. So hopefully this is a good color. It works out well. And this is JH09. Honestly guys, I have this brush, exact same brush, different color handle. And you don't have to buy her collection or whatever. It's the same thing. A lot of these brushes were from her favorites collection that she did with them, the video she did and all that. And then they turn around and they did like a special design. There are a couple though that you cannot buy unless you get the set, but other than that, if you have already gotten some of these, then you don't really have to, I mean, you're going to pay for the white handle. And honestly, that's what I did. So let's see. Ooh, this is coming off as glittery. Ooh, no. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I've got to get a different one. This is coming off as glittery, chunky on my hands. Okay, so I wanted to use a new one as well, but the second it came off chunky on my hand, all glittery, I tapped the excess, like you could see the chunks of glitter. So I'm going to go with the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. And we're going to go with the same brush. I know this is a good one. Ooh, see that? So then we're going to take a little bit. And we're going to do some right here and right here. And then I'm going to take the brush that I was just digging out for, which is just a Smashbox detailed little red brush. And we're going to dip into that and we're going to do the inner corner. To brighten up this eye. And also underneath the eyebrow on the bone. Just to give it a little extra thing. And then I'm going to take a clean brush and just blend that out a little bit. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to tap in to help it melt into the skin. Okay, now all I have left is lips. And we're going to go in, I have some dose of colors here. They're all browns and nudes from the Mickey Mouse collection that they did. And we're just going to go in with, I think we're just going to go in with this lip, Forever. It's a pretty little nude, like a nudish. With doing the eye that I did, because I went a little more bolder than I intended to, I wanted to stick to more of a neutral lip. We're going to try Rocket. I think it's a liquid lip. I'm not 100% sure, but we're just going to dab a little. And I'm going to do some setting spray and we will be finished. I'm going to go in with my Tasha Luminous Primer Setting Spray. I love this stuff and I just know that it's not going to mess with the foundation in itself. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had so much fun making this and I really do love the way it came out. I love all the products I tried using except for, well, I put it back. The Estee Lauder highlighter, that thing was nothing but glitter. But everything else seemed to work out really great and I loved it. So if you guys do recreate this look and you post it on your Instagram, please tag me and I would love to see your guys' looks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I have nothing else to say, but I love you guys and I'll see you next time.